James, a loyal butler to the Baron, finds himself entangled in a dangerous game. His wife, the Baroness, begins a series of unsettling late-night conversations, testing his loyalty and pushing his boundaries. She subtly flirts, hinting at her boredom and desire for something new. James, initially flattered but conflicted, firmly rejects her advances, knowing the grave consequences. However, his refusal sets off a chain of events he couldn't have foreseen. The Baroness, in a dramatic turn, accuses him of attempted assault, claiming she was the victim. With the maid as a witness, James is left bewildered and trapped. Will James be able to prove his innocence? What will happen to the Baroness who orchestrated this elaborate scheme? What secrets does the Baron hold that might be connected to his wife's actions? How will this scandal impact the lives of everyone involved?
Baroness, James muttered. Still in disbelief, the woman before him could accuse him of such a thing when she was the one to walk here on her own 2 feet to seduce him. Why would she go to such lengths to have him killed? All because he did not want to sleep with her. Why was he being punished for having enough morals to not sleep with a married woman? If I were to run out and cry to the other servants, they would call the town guards to have you dragged out. What a pretty sight that would be, to watch you plead your case. But you know something, James? No one will ever believe you. Katrina wiped away the tears she easily forced out. You are just a butler. Your life means nothing compared to mine, a baroness. That is why you have to climb up the social ladder like I have, and I will continue to do so with your help. I won't go crying to anyone about what you have—
I did nothing to you.
James stopped her. Always knew she was sly, but to speak as if he had really done something to her really showed how much of a fox she was. According to my eyes and the eyes of my maid, that is not true. How evil of you to not feel guilty for what you tried to do to me. To think we sheltered such a monster in our home for so long. You could have harmed my daughter at any time. Maybe you already did and silenced Kate with your threats. Katrina gasped, using her hand to cover her mouth.
Your daughter knows I have never been inappropriate with her. Are you truly evil to do this to a man because he rejected you? I am a good man, Baroness. The words you are uttering can have me killed, and my mother yelled at me for as long as she lives,
said James. He was concerned about what would happen to his mother if this lie would spread. Such a rumor, whether true or false, would ruin him. Well, you should listen to me well if you wish to save your mother from being tormented for raising a monster. I shall ask you this one last time, and if you do not answer, I will alert the servants of what you did. Where did my husband run off to? Katrina was burning with curiosity to have the answer. Desmond was a dog wagging its tail as the master called for it. He never allowed anyone to summon him out of his home at the time of night unless that person was the king. Anyone else would have to visit her husband.
He went to William Lancaster's mansion.
James lowered his head, unable to look at Katrina as he told the Baron's business. William? Is it about Alessandra? Katrina ran her thumb against her bottom lip as she pondered the reason for Desmond hurrying off to William so late in the night. William must be impatient. That is good news for Kate. If they could get Alessandra sent off to wed William before the Duke could arrive for her, the Duke could do nothing but look for another wife. Kate would be right there as a new option.
I have answered your questions, Baroness. Please leave me.
With the answer given, James thought her business with him was done. Oh, but we are not done yet, James. Your life is in the palm of my hands. I can hold on to what you did to me for as long as I want, and then reach my breaking point, crying to my husband about the horrid deed. You are now more loyal to me than my husband. I have sent a man to watch your mother just in case you have thoughts of running, said Katrina. James looked up in horror at this revelation.
Do not touch my mother.
That all depends on you, James. Here. Katrina pulled out a bottle from her sleeves and handed it to him. Put a tiny drop in my husband's food each day, starting tomorrow. Do it until he can no longer stand on his 2 feet without help.
James stared at the bottle in his hand, the poison shimmering within. His life, his mother's life, hung precariously in the balance. Katrina, the viper he had underestimated, had ensnared him in her web of deceit and manipulation. He was now her pawn, forced to play a deadly game. Would he succumb to her demands, poisoning the Baron and securing his own survival? Or would he find a way to break free from her clutches, even if it meant facing the wrath of the Baroness and the consequences that followed?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.